Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. I hope you guys have had a fantastic couple of weeks here. Yes, sir, we do. I hope you did. I hope you've had nothing but fun. You're starting to jump into the summer and then just getting some good plans going. You taking a vacation yet? You taking a nice vacation somewhere? You know, you doing the opposite of whatever the weather is where you're at. That's my favorite part about vacations, is it's always the inverse of whatever's happening. You're like, I need to go to the complete opposite of whatever I have going on in my life right now. Yeah, you want to get, if it's too fucking hot where you're at, you're trying to go someplace cold. You love the north in the winter months, dude. Oh, dude, you're trying to get to the different season, you know? I'm just always trying to get to where it's fall. Where the hell is it fall? Okay? I need it to be 65 in hoodie weather constantly. No sun. I want overcast. I don't want any goddamn sun. I want to be as pale as Edward in the Twilight series. Okay? I don't want any sun. I just want it to be like Seattle, except not humid, and I can wear a sweatshirt all the time. Never been to Seattle. I'm just assuming that's what it's like, you know? You don't get inspired grunge and, you know, flannel t-shirt wearing shit if you're not a little humidor up there, you know? Yeah, it's interesting because I don't even know where like a cool area to be would in like the summer months here in Iowa, where that would be. I don't even know. I guess I could look it up. Cooler places. Summer cooler temp vacation. Vacation. Okay, here we go. What the fuck is this? Oh, I guess Alaska. You could go to Alaska. That's what I mean. Iceland's a good idea. You know, Seattle. I was right. Holy fucking tits, dude. I fucking nailed it. Seattle, 65 in the middle of July. Oh, dude, that's hoodie season all goddamn day. That overcast, you know, you just can't be there for a while. You can go be there for a week, see the sights, watch some dudes toss some fish around. It's not derogatory towards women, okay? I mean, they literally are just tossing real fish just back and forth. That turned into a thing, you know. That is a selling point down there at that fish market. I wonder if it's the original dudes who started that are the guys doing that. You know, there was just a couple of dudes fucking around on a slow day, tossing some fucking trout, just heaving and hoeing. You know, like, hey, let's see how good your hands are. Well, I guarantee you, some dude up in Seattle was up there. You know, they were talking about the Seahawks, and he's like, man, you know, this is how who knows how long it's been going on, but this is my lovely rendition of it. They were talking, yeah, our wide receivers can't catch shit, man. If I was out there, I got hands. You got hands. You can't catch anything. I could toss this fish to you, and you can't get it. Oh, I totally could. And then they just were throwing routes with a fucking trout out there, just tossing each other thing. And then people were like, oh, what are these guys doing? Looks like these fellas are having a boatload of fun over here, tossing this fish around. You know what? I'd like to eat that fish. The guy's caught 50 straight passes with that fish. I'd like to buy that fish. It probably tastes good. You know, it's only been manhandled to death. It's probably got some good callous flavoring from all those catches. So that's how that happened. Yeah, good for you, Seattle. I'm glad I nailed that, by the way. You know, that's a good one. Norway's another good one you get to. Bar Harbor, Maine. It's in the 70s. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Alaska, though. Alaska's in the 60s in July. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, you know. You could get up there, be a little cooler weather. You know, that's for those people who want to stay cool in the summertime. Staying cool in the summertime. You know, that's good. I'm glad. I hope you just plan a vacation. Go to Norway. Go see what they're up to. They're sneakily just existing, no one ever talking shit on Norway. What are you fucking up to? What are you up to, Nords? What do you even do, huh? What do you do, Norway? Sound off in the comments. What do you even do? Do I do a fucking deep dive on Norway? Like, what do you even do? Norway, what do they even do? I love how I typed that in, and the first thing is a Reddit post that says, "What are the bad things about Norway?" I didn't want bad things. I just want to know what they would fucking do. Hey, Norway, what that thing do? Here we go, Wikipedia. I trust Wikipedia for some reason. Nordic country, yeah. Norway. Oh, they only have 385 people. 385,000 people. Sorry, I just said 385. They got a town smaller than the one I live in currently. Oh, that's the square mileage. See, I'm not even reading this right. That's square kilometers. They have 5 million people, 5.4 million people there as of 2023. Okay, yeah, that checks out. Now, what do you even do? Wait, why? Oh, okay. I'm not recording my search, but like when you highlight stuff, it was like the first thing I accidentally hovered my mouse over was apparently a thing that says Nazi Germany, and it just brought the Nazi flag, and I was like, what the fuck? Is Norway entangled with the Nazis? They probably were. They're in Europe, dude. Of course, at some point they had some dealings. Norway maintains its Nordic welfare model with universal health care and comprehensive social security systems, and its values are rooted in egalitarian ideals. Norwegian state has a large ownership portion in key industry sectors such as extensive revenues, natural gas, minerals, lumber, seafood, and fresh water. Okay, well, that's what they do. That's what they do for exports. They do stuff like that. You know, they used to Viking raid. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, Norway's just kind of chilling, I guess. They're just hanging out, trying not to draw any more attention to themselves. They got all that pillaging and stuff out of their system. They're like, you know what? We'll chill on that for a while. Go check out Norway. That's what all I'm saying. You just got to do some kind of fun summer activity. Maybe cool off a little bit instead of dealing with the dog days of summer. Feels like it's already here for me, man. There's a heat advisory here. I walked out on my patio, and you ever forget that cement just gets really fucking hot? About burnt my goddamn feet off out there, dude. If I'd stood out there and just sizzled myself for a little bit, I probably would have started smelling bacon, okay? I would have fried my little piggies all the way to the market, dude. It would have been pre-cooked bacon all the way to the market. It was good. I was out there trying to do some man shit, I was trying to tend to my garden, doing some man shit, because apparently our tomato plants are getting out of fucking control, dude. And it turns out they need to have support. They need to have cages or a stem, to keep them upright. And that's why they're running amok in our garden right now. And being the tight ass that I am, super tight ass, I don't want to go spend money on a fucking tomato cage. You kidding me? Also, at this point, I don't even think you could put it over top of it. I don't think that's how that works. I think you gotta pre-do that. I think that's a pre-growing thing you gotta put in the cage. But I can stick a stick in there, right? But I don't want to go buy a little stick to put in the ground and tie it up, But luckily for me, I say luckily for me because this is gonna make sense here in a second. Luckily for me, my neighbor's tree fell over. What his horrific thing that caused gutter damage to his house is actually my gain, because he's had to cut down the other side of the tree. And lucky for me, my neighbor is doing it all himself, and he's just taking his sweet time. And there's a big old tree back there with free wood. He doesn't care. I mow the guy's lawn, okay? He's not here all the time. I mow the lawn for him to help make sure keep his house looking nice, because I'm a good person. And then it gives me carte blanche to do shit like this, which is go over and find the straightest sticks off this tree and just fucking snap, snap, snap. Use my little trimmer, Fucking cut off me 3 pieces. And that's 3 free steaks right there, dude. Not the steaks I want. I'd rather have a porterhouse. Much rather have a porterhouse. But now I got free steaks to plop up my fucking tomato plants. And I just gotta get some twine and put my stakes in the ground, dude. And we're living. And you know what? I think that makes me fucking really resourceful. The fact that there's just a tree out here that I've with free sticks, and I was like, let's fucking use those things, and I'll make my own stakes. You know? I think that's good. And I'm just repurposing the tree. You know, I'm really homesteading over here. I even sat out in the backyard, started fucking whittling them. Yeah, you know, got those nice points on the end so I could drive them into the ground easier. You know, then just hammer them right in. You gotta do a little whittling. Just shave them off a little bit, real good. Yeah, just sat out there like a man, burning my toes on the cement. Why was I barefoot? Why didn't you put on shoes, Wade? Because I wanted to ground, okay? I moved my nice chair into the grass and put my feet in the grass and started shaving it off, just whittling my fucking steaks, okay? I probably look like a psychopath to anybody driving by. Just out there barefoot in the grass with a knife. Just fucking, gonna make some spears. Just gonna spear it up real quick. Let's guck and go, dude. I'm gonna make my own goddamn steaks. It took a while, though. You think whittling isn't gonna be that hard. This is a softwood tree. I was like, yeah, this will be like whatever. You know, I got knives. It's the 21st century. This should be easy to do, to whittle this fucking wood chip down. No, dude. I got through 1.5. I had to take a break, dude. My little bitch 20th century forearms couldn't fucking take it. My little bitch ass whittling forearms couldn't take me trying to do 3 steaks for my tomato plants. Okay? Can't hack it, you know? These homesteaders make everything look so easy. These little survivalist guys just, yeah, you forget, Wade, they're doing it in ×8 speed. Of course it looks like they whittled that fast. Meanwhile, that video took them forever to show you how to sharpen that thing properly. And I still didn't even get it that sharp. I just wanted to, just sharp enough to where I can pierce the dirt at a nice entry point, Just something a little easier to pound into the ground to get right next to the root system. I don't want to damage the plant. But it's tough, man. It makes you think that you said just have to whittle things like this all the time. It makes you actually appreciate, maybe I should have just gone to Menards and gotten steaks. Maybe I shouldn't try to just do things all on my own. It turns out it takes time and is effort, and it's hard. Makes doing shit like this to seem like not effort. Because there's times I sit here and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. There's no effort to this. I pushed a button and I'm yapping to myself in a room. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit that I'm sharpening fucking sticks outside. Really did take me back to being a kid, though. Oh, man, you remember when you got your first pocket knife, boys? Girls, you might have got your first pocket knife. If you had one of those dads who liked to take you fishing, you got a knife. You had to learn how to bait and tackle your own hook, gals. Yeah. You had one of the good dads who wasn't babying. He was like, no, I'll throw you in a pond. I'll push you off the dock to teach you how to swim. And now you're a strong, resilient woman because of it. And then you have the dudes who had to do that. I got my first pocket knife. That's all I did was sharpen shit. Just be out in the woods. I used to hang out in the woods. Not like I was like far away from our house, but we had like a wooded area right behind our house ran, Just find sticks. My first pocket knife, dude, I was just fucking going out there and just sharpening my blade. Just wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Just sharpening any stick I could, dude. Whittling stuff. Man, whittling was cool. I remember when I first found out about it, you had to practice by use soap. That's the best way if you want to get into like carving or like learning how to whittle stuff, just try to do it on soap. It's the easiest way to learn how to do it. And that's what I did, dude. First knife I got, I was like, I wasn't going to cut anything real with it or stabbing it or like stab trees. I was just trying to whittle. I was just cutting trees and stuff. And like I remember I had the one, like I would cut down tiny trees, like the ones that were like this big. Like when I found out, like, you had the little jagged edge where it looked like a saw, and I'd be like, I'll see how long it takes. Just when you had nothing but time as like a 9 and 10-year-old boy, you just had nothing but time to hang out in the woods and be like, how long will it take me to cut through this entire tree? a little fucking quarter-inch tree. And then make a fucking teepee for some reason out in the middle of the woods. For no reason, like you were going to start a fire. You know, you do that creepy thing in the woods as a boy where you try to build what looks like either a witch site or some kind of like ancient, like a Native American site with like little symbols and sticks and stuff. And you just want to trick people that come by and think that like, oh man, somebody's been out here doing stuff. When in reality, anything you find in the woods, 90% of it, I guarantee you at this point, is all just teenage boys and under fucking around in the woods and making stuff to be like, hey, let's make it look like somebody was out here doing stuff. We're just fucking around. It's just, we're making it look like a cult is out there in the woods trying to sacrifice squirrels or some shit. You know, it's a fun, harmless prank, and it's just because we're bored. You know, that's what we need kids to get back to, is setting up fake cult scenes in the woods instead of being on TikTok. You know, they need to stop being on those apps like I need to stop being on those apps, you know? We just got to hope for the future, you know? Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I've been rambling about sharpening sticks for about 5 minutes. It makes no sense. Nobody gives a shit. You know what you should give a shit about? The story I found this week. That's right, guys. We're going to get into the stuff I found this week. What did I find? Well, it's from our favorite magazine, New Scientist. And this one's fun because I feel like I've read a lot of articles about the prospects of this before, but it sounds like it's getting closer finally, which this would be really cool. It's marine fungus can digest floating plastic pollution. That's very exciting. There's a lot of people trying to figure out how to deal with the plastic solution, which is good, thank God, because nobody's talking about it enough, but there's a lot of people out there really trying to deal with the pollution in the ocean, that plastic fucking mass. I remember a couple years ago there being a guy who was trying to do like a startup that was like some kind of machine that would go out and harvest it, basically. And now they're finding bacteria that's going to eat it, or fungus in this case, not a bacteria. That's a different animal, bacteria versus fungus. But it'll eat plastic pollution, which, if that's the case, I wonder if this can be weaponized against women who've had plastic surgery. And men, anybody who's had plastic surgery, this fungus is about to fuck your shit up. Oh, you got double D's? Not anymore. Now you're a B cup because this fungus got to your plastic tits. Oh, did you get a dick enhancement? Ah, too bad. You're back to 3 inches short. Because this fungus ate away at your fake dick. Anyway, let's take a look at this. A fungus found on litter floating in the North Pacific Ocean can break down the most abundant types of plastic that end up in the sea. In a lab experiment, I'm going to call them AV because I don't know how to pronounce their fucking name. At the Royal Netherlands Institute of Sea Research. Hey, you know what? Go to the Netherlands or Norway for your summer vacation. And her colleagues have shown that the white threaded-like fungus can degrade one of the most pronominous plastic polyurethane polyurethane. Why don't they just say that? It could do. I know polyurethane, and I only know that because of Lords of Dogtown. That's right. It's one of my favorite fucking scenes in a movie, and it stars one of the best comedians ever. Just in this one scene, this is his only scene in the movie, Mitch Hedberg, and it's when he introduces the guys to grip tape or to urethane skateboard wheels. And he's going out, I'm assuming, to buy drugs is kind of the joke. Is the guy, he's like, you guys got cash? You got cash? I got something better than cash, man. He pays for drugs with skateboard wheels. He goes, I got urethane skateboard wheels. And these things are great, man, because they grip to the wall when you ride up them. The grip. They grip is what his big selling point was. But he says urethane skateboard wheels. But it's polyurethane, not urethane skateboards wheels. Anyway, polyurethane. Providing the material has been exposed to UV radiation. Okay, so it has to be sitting in the sun for a long time, and then this fungus can break it down. Kind of makes sense, but the problem is that then isn't the polyurethane being broken down by the sun, and then doesn't that like evaporate it because it's cooking it, and then that ends up in the rain, and then you have plastic in the rain, and that's why we all have plastic in our balls now. Is that the cycle that they're talking about? I feel like I've heard this a lot recently. It's like you eat something and then you get plastic from eating that. And then you throw it in the garbage and it ends up in the ocean. And then the sun cooks it and boils it in the ocean and it ends up in the sky. And then it rains and then it goes into the groundwater and you're drinking plastic. And then you got plastic in your balls, and your little sperms now have a 6-pack of ring around them. Every dude's sperm is now being caught in a 6-pack of ring like the turtles. Now it's closer to home, isn't it, fellas? Your little swimmers, they're getting caught up by plastic rings. Yeah, you shouldn't have been having those 6-packs. Should have been buying cardboard 12ers. Drink responsibly. Stop buying 6-packs with rings. Otherwise, your sperm will get caught in the rings. UV sunlight. UV radiation can introduce chemical modification in polyurethane that makes it more susceptible to attacks by the fungal enzyme, says V. The digestive process releases carbon dioxide, but the emissions weight are no greater than a small amount of humans release while breathing, the team found. V believes that the fungus known as, here we go, you guys ready to feel superior about how dumb I am? Paragynandotemi album. Okay, it has an album. This thing's about to drop a hot track here this summer. Has a great potential, but she is cautious about putting it into use in the wild. If we take the microbe and add it into a natural system, then we may ruin it while trying to do good. She says instead, she suggests it may be best to gather the plastic during and bring it back to the land to be digested by P. album that has been grown in bulk. Okay, so her plan, obviously, as I just read, she wants to bring all that plastic ashore. Heave ho, bring it to ashore, and then just feed this. So we're just basically we're gonna treat this fungus like livestock, and we're just gonna bail some plastic out in the fucking ocean and bring it in and just let that piggy feed, dude. We're gonna have a fungus farm just munching plastic. Okay. This could be done using a technique like those used in brewing industry, she says. Okay, so you're going to do like with the brewing. The need for UV exposure means that the PL won't work on the plastics that stink. Okay. But given the diversity of marine fungus, V thinks the probability that her team can find a deep sea species that could do this. So they're actively just trying to find any kind of fungus that'll eat plastic, which over time I would assume, aren't there literal like millions? I know there's like thousands, but aren't there like, I shouldn't say millions, but like hundreds of thousands of types of fungus that exist and that we don't even know fully the capability of all of them. Fungus, from what I've understood, just it does so much. There's so many different crazy avenues and what it can do, and the lifespan and the what do you want to call it? Resilience of different types of fungus is unreal. And I notice it in my fucking yard from mowing. There's this white fungus that just grows in my yard periodically after it rains sometimes. It just pops up like it's not there. It wasn't there last time I mowed. It hasn't been there today because it's too hot, I think. But like when it rains and it's cooler, like this fungus pops up constantly. And it's just It's just there. No idea why. Don't know what it does. Who knows? I'm too lazy to like look into it. I'm sure I don't want to eat it because we put a lot of fertilizer and other shit in our yard, and I'm sure you don't want to eat that. You know, it's probably very cancerous. But it's crazy that you have to search. They're searching the ocean for even more life. That they're just now finding this fungus, and it's probably adapting to that. I think there are fish that are eating plastic at this point because there's so much an abundance of it that they are eating it now. Is that good for them? I would assume not. I would assume any plastic isn't good. You know, we're surrounded by it. I have plastic everywhere around me right now. Who knows what it's doing to me? It's probably shrinking my balls as we speak. But you know what won't shrink your balls, everybody? Punninggame.com. That's right. Punninggame.com has been proven to raise your testosterone and estrogen, both. It's going to make them dead even. You're going to be so even-keeled because you have the same amount of testosterone and estrogen. What does that do to a person? Who fucking knows? I'm not a biologist, but it's proven to do it. Punninggame.com has not been proven to raise your testosterone or estrogen. Yeah. And you want to go there where you can find so much cool content, guys. You can find this show, Not Worth the Time. Thank you for listening. I love that you guys have been checking out the show. You can find Who Gives a F with myself and Nathan and a back catalog of all the podcasts we've had on the network over the years. So go to punninggame.com and check that out. And while you're there, don't forget to go to the Punning Game shop where you can get yourself t-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punninggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. Also, guys, if you want to watch this show and watch me struggle to read this and check out stand-up clips and check out the video versions of all of my shows, go to youtube.com and go to Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. That's comicwadetaylor.com. If you go to youtube.com/@ComicWadeTaylor, you can find all that stuff. And you can find clips of stand-up, this show, the video version, all that. It's great. Go subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, do all the dumb shit that they ask you to do. I don't care if you do that. Subscribe and watch the show and enjoy it. If you want to interact, cool. I appreciate it. I really don't care if you interact. I just want you guys, if you really want to check out the content, go there, subscribe, and check it out. You don't have to do anything after that. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything, okay? Nobody owes anybody anything. I just want you guys to enjoy the content. If you enjoy it, go check it out, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the fuck out of it. But you owe me nothing. But go check it out. If you love the show, go check that out. It's a great way to get updates and be on top of it. Guys, if you want to watch me do stand-up this week, Teehee's Comedy Club is closing for the summer as they're getting ready to go to a new location. Very exciting stuff, but they're doing one last slew of the Jailbreak Showcase here in Des Moines at the last location. I am on the late show Friday, so June 28th, 9:30, I will be on that show. If you want to come check me out, that's a great show to come to. It's a great venue. It's the last blowout before they close down for the summer and then get renovating the new spot, which is going to be sick. It's going to be great. Looking forward to that. But we want to have a big weekend with all the local comics on these showcases. There's 4 shows this weekend, the 20th and 29th, 7 and 9:30. Both days. Can't recommend going to these shows enough. They're going to be great shows. So go and check those out. You'll have a fucking blast. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out Not Worth the Time. I'm Wade Taylor. I love you guys so much. Thank you for checking everything out. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.